Hey, let's go ahead and get started with a love reading for us today. Spirit, please show me what is the most important messages that the collective needs to hear about their love life. The most important messages, whoever needs to hear it, please tap into their energy. Spirit, please show me a love reading. What do we got here? Liquid courage. Okay, it talks about bravery, confidence, intoxicated, and odd behavior. And then what do we got here? Fated meeting. Okay, meant to be, destiny, predetermined encounter. I'm almost getting somebody here, meeting somebody like maybe at a restaurant or a bar. Maybe they're sitting there having a cocktail and you end up meeting someone while you're there. Or maybe for some of you, you could be a bartender, okay? Let's see a bartender here. What do we got here? Third party. All right, interference, cheating, competition, mistress. And then we got mystery, unknown, enigma, illusion, and confusing. Okay. Spirit, please show me what do we got here? Breakup. Oh, okay. Somebody break up over the weekend? Did you catch somebody? Addiction. Ooh, God, guys. This one's heavy. Wow, okay. We've got relationship now in the reverse. We've got surrender on its side. And the last card out, we got ex-lover. Bottom of the deck, storm warning. Okay. Upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, and drama. Whew, guys. Are you dealing with an alcoholic? Are you an alcoholic? The center of the reading is breakup. Okay? The center of the reading is a breakup. And why? Because there's a third party. Either that or there was a third party in the past. It's almost as if, okay, hear me out. You've already known that you're not supposed to be with this person. I feel like this person feeds your addictions. They feed your addictions. And a lot of you've been through a breakup with this person. And now you're just getting drunk or getting high in order to be able to escape feeling your way through this because you're not wanting to feel what's really going on within you. And so I do feel like the fated meeting was the third party in order to get you out of the relationship. Now, either you met someone or the person that is on your mind that we're talking about here met someone. Now, this could have happened in the past. But I feel like there's a lot of alcohol and possibly even drugs that is the center of this reading, okay? I'm absolutely getting that there is addictions. There's substance abuse here, okay? I'm definitely getting substance abuse. Yeah, this relationship is no more. Okay, if you're looking back and you're wondering with this mystery card here, it's almost like you want to get drunk and then just believe that, okay, we can just work things out. And it's like whenever you get drunk, you start feeling guilty, you start feeling horny, okay? And then that's when you reach out to this other person or vice versa. But the center of the reading is it's time. This person needs to continue to be your ex-lover. Like the breakup needs to happen. The breakup needed to happen. And it could have even been an addiction to sex, okay? Or addictions to cheating, not settling down. See, and the surrender showing up on its side talks about letting go, releasing, giving up, and patience, but it's on its side. It's like, you haven't fully let this go. You haven't let this go. You're still holding on, like in hopes, even though you're angry, you're trying to turn your back on this person. There's still a side of you. It's that you're looking over your shoulder as you're walking away. You know, is this person coming back? I see you looking over your shoulder. You know, if you are an alcoholic or, you know, you're using substances, whoever this reading is, because this is one of those not so perfect love stories. That's what I'm going to name it, the not so perfect love story. Listen, clear your energy of this toxicity, because that's what this is. It's a lot of tumultuousness, a lot of like wondering, like, are we going to stay broken up, or, you know, should I get back together with this person? But it's almost like it's an addiction to the chaos. You need to tap into that inner courage, right? To step away, especially if this person's already cheated on you, or maybe for some of you, the third party is drugs and alcohol. They choose substances, okay? But this is about, you know, you've already seen it coming. You've been standing at this crossroads. Maybe for some of you, you've been reading shit on social media, okay? Like, I don't want to necessarily say it's their page, right? But very well could be. But it's almost like self-help is what I'm getting. Self-help to help you overcome anxiety and realize like maybe the grass is greener on the other side. For some of you, you need family. You need family right now more than ever. You need to focus on your family and focus on, you know, other things. Man, this is, the center of the reading is breakup. You're on the fence about breaking up because at the end of the day, there's an obsession. It's almost like an addiction to chaos. That's what I'm getting. There's an addiction to chaos. And maybe you break up, you get back together, you break up, get back together. This person cheats on you, you yell, you scream. Then you guys get drunk or high or whatever. And then you come back together, have your makeup sex and everything's okay. And then everything's swept under the rug. Well, guess what? You're not going to continue doing this. You can't. Like the universe has already stepped in. And I feel like you were supposed to meet this person because you were supposed to meet this side of yourself. They brought out something in you. And what Spirit is saying is like, you going to continue going down this road, or is it time to break this off and choose yourself? Ex-lover, memories, the past, old flame, nostalgic. Yeah, every time you get drunk, you get nostalgic. Oh, do they miss me? God, I haven't heard from them in a while. Here, let me shoot them a text and just be like, hey, I was thinking about you, or how are you doing? How about don't? The reason why people tend to do that is because it's a fear of being forgotten. And so if they haven't heard from this person in a while, there's this storm that brews within you that's like, oh my God, I can't handle this. Why aren't they reaching out? Why aren't they talking to me? But then the moment that you start pulling away and getting used to them not being around is when they try to drive you right back in. Because then they start thinking about you. Well, why aren't they texting? Why aren't they calling? And it's a vicious cycle. We continue to, we make up, we break up. We make up, we break up. And maybe that's like a pattern, okay, in your life where you make up and break up. I just heard, I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing right now. Is there like this person comes in like a wrecking ball. You guys like fuel each other's fire is what I'm getting. Someone here needs to go to AA, NA. This reading isn't going to be for everybody. So if this is not your reading, don't try to make it fit. Because this is one of those not so perfect love stories. But be mindful because, somebody here is going to try and call someone back in because they haven't fully surrendered the relationship. But just FYI, just so you know, there is no relationship. There isn't one. You have nothing with this person. All you have is memories with this person. And for a lot of you, the memories that you have are a facade. They're an illusion. Because the majority of your relationship was you were under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Therefore, it's an illusion. It's not even real. Because once you sober up, you may look at this person and be like, I don't even fucking like you. Like, what the fuck was I doing? But you had to sober up enough in order for you to be able to see what was really going on instead of this illusion of what you think is going on. Some of you just don't even want to feel your feelings anymore. And that's why You drink. Maybe for a lot of you, you're drinking a lot of wine. Okay, you're a wine drinker. Sit and drink bottles of freaking wine. What's the advice on this, Spirit? We got to get some advice on this. I mean, the advice is you need to go to AA. You need to go to NA. You need to reach out, schedule a reading. I do work with people who have substance abuse issues. I completely understand. I was a bartender for a lot of years. And I was a drinker, and I was a user. I used a lot of drugs, and and so I had to get myself out of it without being able to tell anybody that I was on drugs. I had to do it behind the scenes, and it was one of the hardest things that I've ever done, but it was so liberating because now I see everything so clearly, and now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I would have seen that red flag had I been sober. I wouldn't have wasted so much of my fucking time with the wrong people, right? What is the advice on this reading for the collective, Spirit? What is the advice on this reading? Flexible. For some of you, it's time that you get into some yoga. Maybe it's time for some of you, it's time for you to get into, start exercising. Stop being so, flexible when it comes to this situation. Flexible with your time and your energy. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading also signals that you have met someone or may not be your type, but will turn out to be so special, and you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So maybe it's time for you to sober up, maybe go start taking some yoga or Pilates or, some type of a class and start working on, feeling better about yourself and, cleaning up your life. A lot of people who go through, this end up going through an awakening because it's so tumultuous and it's so nasty, right? That all of a sudden you go through your awakening, and next thing you know, you realize you're on your spiritual path. You can't unsee what you've already seen. You're no longer going to be flexible when it comes to this is just fuckery. This is just fuckery. I mean, this is just constant fighting, arguing, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, getting drunk, getting high so that you don't have to really face it. Spirit's you do realize that this is not a relationship, right? You don't have to compromise yourself to be in a relationship. It's not one of those, love or money. You can have both, right? And some of you just don't even realize, because you've never had a healthy relationship. And I could see that here. And it's time for you to get healthy within yourself. And then it's almost you see how that flower's coming out of the top of her head, right? It's you start thinking about new ideas and you start thinking about new ideas and how to implement those into your life. And, I almost get, a labyrinth. When I look at all of this, I get a labyrinth. You've been through the labyrinth. You've been through, a lot of different phases and a lot of different dead ends when it came to your relationship, and you had to turn around and go back, and, it's a maze. But Spirit wanted you to meet this person. It was, predetermined that the two of you guys would meet, but that doesn't mean that you stay together. You got to be able to see the forest through the trees, and you got to look at your situation and go, what the fuck am I doing? Why in the fuck am I allowing this kind of behavior in my life? I deserve so much more. I deserve so much better. But when you're under the influence, you don't see that. All you see is how sexy the chaos and the toxicity is. And is that really even sexy when you go to bed every night with your stomach in knots, wondering what the fuck are they doing? Are they cheating on you? Are they talking to someone else? They're not allowing you to feel, comfortable in your own skin in the relationship. There's no safety. There's no security. There's nothing here. It's just an addiction to toxicity, an addiction to chaos. Well, the number 19 adds to a 10. 10 is about ending cycles and starting new. And the only way to do that is to, throw this relationship in the garbage where it belongs and fully just turn your back on this situation, and then be mindful of somebody else coming in to see if you're still stupid. The exes will tend to resurface, and this person will tend to resurface because they get drunk and then they are thinking of you and fuck that. No, I'm good. Fuck that. Wow. This is intense reading. Let's see. What else do we have here, Spirit? So we got a crystal. What crystal did we get? Green aventurine. Known as the stone of great opportunity, green aventurine is associated with good luck. Call on this crystal when it's time to release old habits that are no longer serving you. We talk about those old habits, the addictions and the alcoholism, the drug, the addiction to this relationship. That's a bad habit. And it can be like a drug. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that whoever's in this reading, whoever we're talking about, is a drug addict, but maybe you're addicted to chaos. Release old habits that are no longer serving you. When you let go of disappointments, you make room for new growth and opportunities. This stone promotes optimism and allows you to gracefully move forward in love with confidence. It also gives you the strength to persevere through romantic setbacks with the knowledge that better luck is just around the corner. Place the stone in a bowl on your desk or living room table. The energy from the stone will create abundance. Well, there we have it, folks. I mean, here's some green aventurine, but that's just a tool. People go, oh, well, I'm going to get all these crystals. Those are just tools. That's all they are. But it's all within you. It's all within you. The greatest tool you have is you and your mindset. But you don't have that when you're in a mindset of, I don't like this feeling. So, we're in Pisces season right now. And where the saying, drinks like a fish comes from? I'll give you a guess. Pisces. It's the two fish, in love with the fact of being in love, but it's an illusion. There's no boundaries in Pisces because it's ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is very strong in Pisces. Neptune's been there for a really long time. So there's this no boundaries. And because Saturn is there, Saturn's like, no, there has to be boundaries. You need to let go of your addictions. You have to let go of these, Pisces is also about clandestine affairs. So there's always some type of third party in a Pisces reading. There's some type of cheating. I dated a Pisces. I almost lost my fucking life over a Pisces. But if it wasn't for that relationship, I would have never gone through the awakening that I did, and I wouldn't be sitting here today. So I'm actually grateful. I'm grateful for that relationship, even though I almost lost my life. A lot for you guys to think about, but Saturn's there until the end of 2025, going into 2026. So it's up to you what you're going to do. You can either continue doing this, but we all have a day 1. And then we have a day 5. Day 5 and no longer talking to this person. Day 10. Just like in AA, I've been 5 days sober. I've been 10 days sober. I've been 3 months sober. And then sometimes we slip up. Does that make us a failure? No, it doesn't make us a failure. It just means that you got to start at day 1 again. And you just got to keep going. Your willpower has to be stronger than whatever addiction or obsession that you have. You've got to tap into that willpower and say no more. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. You know, if you or someone you know that this story belongs to, please, you know, have them schedule them a reading. You know, if you really want to help this person, schedule them a reading, buy them a reading, give them, you know, buy the reading. You can get a gift certificate. And when they're ready to actually hear it, I would be happy to help. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble under the Footsteps to Peace. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. You guys, I love you all so much. And, you know, if there's anything I can do to help with this situation, I would be happy to. Anyway, love you guys. Take care.